Hey guys, how you doing? How has life been? And what is keeping you afloat? What is feeding your soul, your heart, and your mind? And how are you embracing the change and the shift of fall? Thank you so much if you're already subscribed to this YouTube channel, which is for the podcast. For those who do know me, you know that my name is Bernadette. I'm the host of the podcast. And for those who don't know me now, you know. So I am so excited to be sharing my first poetry with you guys. I know I have many hats up my sleeve. I just dab into whatever brings me healing, happiness, and comfort. And I always encourage people to do the same, because it is in those trying and learning to fail that we can begin to embrace the unknown and not fear the unknown at the same time. And I encourage you to do very similar or the same, or what works for you. If you're new to this YouTube channel, I want to welcome you. And if you know anyone who would be interested in hearing my poetry or be part of the podcast, you guys, please send them my way. If you go on the podcast description, you can find my email. Also, the Unleashing Potentials podcast is on Google Podcasts, Spotify for podcasters, Spotify, Amazon Music, and many other platforms. Also, be sure to check out the podcast Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group for people who are interested on being on the podcast, or for people who are waiting to be interviewed. Let me say thank you to everyone who's been on the podcast. My goodness, I've had so many amazing, beautiful souls from all over the world, you guys, coming on the podcast to share their journey, their passion, and I am so grateful for you. Truly, I am. That being said, I am going to share a piece of poetry I wrote probably a few years ago, you guys. And you will know as you listen to this specific poem that I was in a place of darkness. And I love reflecting back on what I called the void, where I could not see light even though it was around me. If this is you, I'm sending you my love, peace, and comfort, no matter what you're going through. So in this piece of poem, I just shared my experience with depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia, and just the overall emptiness and hopelessness that can come with any type of diagnosis, particularly with mental health. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna start. I just took a deep breath and know that it's okay. It's okay to feel, to speak, and to share. Here I go. Depression is like drowning without ever dying. Burning lungs filled with water, kicking going nowhere. Emptiness and darkness in every direction. Screaming silently with no voice. Fears screaming and screaming through shattered walls. Anxiety is like a drunk high in panic, falling 1,000 feet deep, standing still. Adrenaline rush of trembling, rumbling tummies. Fears, shivers, butterfly creeps on tight stomach. Sweaty hands let loose. Arms, hugs, while shaky, trembling feet tried to move on. Schizophrenia is like being possessed by your own demons. Voices, echoes, shadows, pounding hearts, dizziness, trembling, and fear. paranoia, delusions, hallucinations of nothingness, forever marked by pain and death, feelings of dejections and rejections, heart broken, destroyed beyond repair, feelings of hopelessness and helplessness, popping pills round the clock, suffering unimaginable loss of life, agonizing fear as rivers of tears gush and flow down my soft, rosy cheeks. Living in a dying world as the clock ticks backward, numbness soothes my brokenness, cradled by the wind that rocks my bed, laying on grassy fields of pretty roses, counting stars with the moon, wishing, hoping, and waiting to see God heals me whole once more. That is the end of this poetry, you guys. I want to leave with this. If you are struggling with any type of mental health issues, obviously to seek medical help, but to know that you are not your illness. You are more. You have a purpose, and you are enough, my friend. And you can contribute to society, no matter what society says or how much people say that you can't. You can and you will. All right, my friends, that is a wrap for this segment on my poetry. Be sure to tune in next week for another poetry. From my heart to yours, I'm sending you love, peace, light, and peace. My name is Bernadette Desir. Until next time, my friends,